Okay guys, so we've got the transmission pulled out of the bike, and what we see here is the stud that holds the transmission in the bike. I had a feeling it was going to fall out because it had a major oil leak, and I thought that it was pulling out of the transmission. So my thoughts were correct here, because you can see that's a thread repair that's stuck inside the transmission. We'll see it a little bit closer here in just a second. But that's a repair that's pulled out of the transmission, and I'm lucky I found it, because the stud could have fallen out while I was riding, and all the oil could have fallen out of the transmission at the same time. So here I am, I'm trying to pull that faulty thread repair called a heli coil out of the transmission. Just got the transmission on its back so you can kind of see the underside here. I'm just kind of fiddling around with it. Okay, I've got the transmission out of the bike, and this is what I found when I took the thing apart. This is a failed heli coil. This is a thread repair system that was in the hole. It's supposed to look like this. So here's the stud size, and the hole stripped out in the transmission. So there's nothing for the stud to screw into anymore because the hole's too big, it's stripped out. So this is a common repair. You would install what we call a heli coil. It's a stainless steel insert. It's got a larger outside diameter thread, and it's got the original the inside of it is the original diameter thread, so you could go ahead and you could use the original size stud or bolt. But now we've got a problem because the hole is too big for the easy out, or I'm sorry, the heli coil. So this is the one that is pulled out of the bottom of the transmission. So now the hole is super large. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to fix that yet. I did notice, this is kind of funny on this other stud. This looks like this is a repair too that's been done. Looks like this is an extra large thread on this side of the stud, which means that someone has probably drilled and tapped this hole out a little bit larger for this repair stud to thread in here. This doesn't feel too good either. It's a little loose. So I'm probably going to go ahead and I'm going to try to repair these two while I'm at it. Now let's take a look at this. Over here, here's another threaded hole in the bottom of the transmission. This is very common on these old Harley Davidson aluminum transmission threads. They strip out. So okay, this one's got an insert installed too. This is called a time cert, and this is a better way to go ahead and repair. So I could see that someone's installed this time cert, and this allows you to go ahead and use your original size fastener in a stripped out hole. And typically it happens in like an aluminum body like this. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to research this. Hopefully I can go ahead and find a time cert system here to go ahead and repair these oversized stripped out holes in the mounting of this transmission. Also too, these go all the way through into the transmission, and the transmission was leaking a tremendous amount of gear oil, so it was probably from this stripped out hole here. So I'm hoping when I fix these holes and put the studs back in correctly with some sealers, it will solve the leaking transmission problem too. So anyway, so that's where we're at.